is expected to act on the drop of a dime, from moving immediately the day after a funeral to my grandfather's house to now organizing a party. I know. Well, since I don't exactly have you two here to help me arrange it, I'm gonna need some time to prepare things.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, Suzu and Naomi can help. I have work, and you know how your father is.
I know. I have to do it myself. He won't lift a fucking finger.
I'm sure it'll be amazing, honey. I have faith in you.
Okay.
All right, I gotta go. I love you, sweetie.
Love you too, Mom. Great. Now how am I going to do this?
Is something wrong?
She has to organize a house party for her parents.
How did you... Oh, right. Mind reading. But yeah, I gotta do it soon or my parents will be really disappointed. I'll have to stay up and organize everything tonight.
Hey, why don't we help you? That's what we're here for, right?
I don't see why not.
I can name a few reasons why we shouldn't.
Sam?
Back off!
We'll take care of everything, miss. Just leave everything to us.
That was surprising. I didn't think the boys would offer their help right off the bat. I couldn't help but smile. I was actually rather thankful now that I let them stay. Now I didn't have to do everything alone. As I kept thinking about it, I couldn't help but yawn.
Feeling a little tired over there, princess?
Fucking extremely. Yeah. Haha. It's been a long day. At least tomorrow's the weekend so I can sleep in. Then it hit me. Wait, where are all of you going to sleep?
We found some guest rooms on the opposite end of the house from the master bedroom. I'm sure those will do just fine.
Oh, got it. Alright then, I'm heading to my room to study and sleep. I guess I'll see you all tomorrow?
Have a good night.
I will? You too? Oh, I got scared. I smelled smoke, but the candle that I was talking about earlier went out on its own. Yep. It didn't last. I'm not gonna bother moving it because it's probably like super hot, but at least I'll be able to clink the wax out later and, I don't know, melt it over one of the special melty... It doesn't matter. Well then, so much for the candle lasting the entire stream. That would have been nice. But I guess I'd rather it go out on its own early than have to blow it out at the end of... Oh god. It's time for my antibiotic. God, everything's just fucking everything. This also means there's only 3 hours left of this stream. So that's nice. God, you know I'm tired when I was like looking around for my controller. Jesus Lord. Oh my god. If you hear any loud banging, it's just Blue throwing herself against the door because she kicked her stupid straw back underneath my door. She's trying to grab it. Ugh.
Eric, no.
What? I wasn't going to do anything.
Yes, he was.
Shh.
As soon as I got into my room, a wave of exhaustion hit me. Why am I so tired all of a sudden? I just woke up from that nap. I dragged myself to my bed and hauled up one of my bags. I opened it and grabbed my economics book, knowing that no matter how tired I was, I had to study at least a page or two before sleeping at last. The words on the page scrambled in my mind as I read through them, but after 2 or 3 tries, I managed to understand what the page was about. Equations, ugh. Finally, I decided to change into my pajamas and head to bed. Today had been a long day, and I needed the rest. Forsaken useless naps. Welcome back, Ace. How was your forsaken useless nap? You missed it. Bluey, my cat, was causing a lot of ruckus, a lot of havoc, and all I kept saying was, Blue, no. And she was being so cute. She meowed a couple of times, but sorry I rested my eyes. You don't have to apologize to me. What am I, your mother? Better not be your mother. That'd be weird. Ugh. Hopefully tomorrow will be better. 3 days of surprises in a row would kill me. With that thought in my mind, I drifted to sleep, embracing the darkness of slumber.
You fucking pretty boys think you're all that, huh? Well, save that to the end of my pistol.
What the fuck? I couldn't move my body. I felt like I was tied up and I couldn't see anything beyond the darkness that surrounded me. Yet I could hear the sounds of a heated argument coming at me from all directions. Christ, that's loud.
One move and she gets it.
Let her go!
Maddie.
Come on, chicken shit. Fight us like a real man.
Like you scare me, Sam. Come on. Take one step. I dare ya.
Why can't I see?
Stay away from her, Malix!
Hold on.
And what are you gonna do, nerd boy?
I gotta go do laundry and a few other things, BRB. Alright, viewer. Don't forget to add the dryer sheet. Suddenly I felt pulled to one side and arms wrapped around my body protectively.
I've got you. Don't worry.
Okay. I mean, huh? What? Who? Damn. Shit bird. As I was held in a tight embrace, I felt the world around me once again settle into a low, peaceful hum. The hostility of the dream had faded into black as the arms around me rocked me comfortingly. Slowly, though, my eyes fluttered open and I looked up at the person holding me. Damien. I stared into the eyes of Damien. His face was painted with worry and concern, and I knew he must have seen my dream. Why did I dream of Eric holding me, though?
You can't control your dreams.
Oh, well, I guess you're right.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. What time is it?
It's 9 a.m. James and I were making breakfast when well...
You can't control your mind reading?
No, not yet at least. I hope to learn eventually, though.
Is everything alright?
Huh? Yeah, I'm fine. I don't know why everyone just comes into my fucking room without knocking.
That's good. I'm assuming you had a nightmare.
Yeah, I'm sorry for disturbing you both.
You didn't disturb us, miss. Besides, we'd rather make sure you're okay before anything.
Oh, thank you.
Now, why don't you come downstairs with us and have some breakfast? I'm sure some nice food will take your mind off of what you dreamt of.
It was embarrassing to be the damsel in distress once again. but I felt rather happy that James and Damien were concerned for me, despite only knowing me for a short time. Wasn't sure if it was just courtesy or if they were genuinely concerned. Forsaken people can't knock. I couldn't exactly read their minds. All right. The two boys led me back into the dining room, where the smell of bacon and eggs danced in the air. The smell wafted from the kitchen and made its way into the room, making my stomach growl in need. They want your blood, don't buy it. What? Breakfast smells good?
We
Ace,
should
you're
be done
drunk.
with
Go
breakfast
go
soon.
home.
If you want to sit down at the table, you can.
It's my fucking table. I already know that. I nodded before sitting down. As I sat down, however, my mind drifted back to the dream I had. That feeling of hostility around me made my body shudder instinctively, even though I knew it wasn't real. However, my eyes closed. I felt a hand place itself on top of my head, breaking me out of my thoughts. Huh? Such
Morning.
a small table.
You all right?
Yeah, it's an okay sized table in my opinion. I've seen smaller. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Fucking great. Sam, the owner of the hand on my head, raised an eyebrow at me before rustling my hair and moving away to sit down at the table. He then barked towards the kitchen where James was working.
Hey! Is the food done yet? I'm starving!
There's no need to yell, Sam!
You're yelling too!
Don't argue with me!
From behind me, Eric appeared and sat beside me, rubbing his temples in obvious annoyance.
Can we not yell this early in the morning? It's not like we're in the castle.
This game is just fucking wild because, like, every time I replay it, it's given me the truthy juice, but in ways I could have never imagined. Castle. For some reason, when I heard the word castle, I couldn't help but yell in surprise. These guys had a castle? Sam looked at me and smirked at my reaction.
Yeah, we have a castle back home. Our dining room's 10 times bigger than this room.
Then wouldn't it be logical to not yell?
Whatever.
Soon, James and Damien appeared, hands full of plates that carried bacon, eggs, toast, and waffles. They placed the plates down by each seat before seating themselves. I think there's a person in the house. I think it's just the cats being stupid.
My favorite.
Finally.
Thank you for the breakfast. It looks amazing.
It's our pleasure.
They're pretty adorable. You mean the boys? I mean, they're passable. Hello?
Hey, good morning. Guess who's at your door right now?
Right on cue, there was a knock from the lobby door. My heart stopped. Suzu and Naomi were here. No, the girls? Oh, you mean Suzu and Naomi? They're passable.
I'll get it.
My heart quickly began to pound in my chest. Matthew was in the lobby and he'd get to the door first. I instantly jumped out of my chair and rushed out of the dining room. I'm done. Look, buddy. Ace. You know the deal. It's been a good few hours that I've been really fucking tired. And I warned you that I needed proper context because we're talking through chat delay, stream delay, I'm tired and you're drunk. You can't just throw random shit out there without context and expect me to immediately know what the fuck we're supposed to be talking about. 'Cause I have no idea. As I pass through archway between the dining room and lobby, there's supposed to be a thing here, but they didn't put one. I saw Matthew reach his hand for the brass door handle, causing the world to go into slow motion. Matthew, don't. But before my words could reach his ears, Matthew had opened the door and revealed the surprised faces of Naomi and Suzu. The world around me stopped as Suzu and Naomi kept their eyes on Matthew, who merely stared back in fear and embarrassment. I could feel the air go from warm to freezing in a matter of seconds. I could not believe this was happening. How was I going to explain this? This week at art was already bad fucking damn. To make matters worse, I was frozen in place. Please, for God's sake, someone do something other than stand there.
Who are you?
Suzu, let me explain.
What's going on here?
Who's at the door, Matthew? Oh.
Soon the other incubi appeared in the lobby with us. The situation was not getting pretty. I had to think fast. Where? This one? Yeah. They're in your head. Susie reached out and poked Matthew on the forehead, making him stare cross-eyed at her. At her finger.
Hello to you too?
Seems real to me. They're not imaginary.
It was no use. There was no time to lie to them. I felt helpless. Then I felt a hand on my shoulder and felt the tension in my body almost fade away. I turned my head to see James smile at me before stepping in front of me.
We must apologize, ladies. We know the situation must be confusing for everyone. Let's take this to the dining room and we'll explain everything.
I stared at James wide-eyed. Was he going to tell them who they were? Everything seemed surreal. Ugh, I hate that word. I have to see that word one more time. I'm going to kill myself. Before I knew it, I was led into the dining room along with Suzu and Naomi and sat across from their confused gazes. As they both sat down, Eric and Matthew placed the untouched plates of food in front of them, surprising the guests.
Whoa, this looks amazing.
Yeah, it's good, I guess.
Thank you.
Our pleasure, ladies. We hope you enjoy your meals.
Make sure you dig in!
I looked at Naomi and Suzu as they began to eat, visibly enjoying every bite of the fucking food that's in their mouth. Hopefully the food would ease their minds to whatever James wanted to reveal. As Naomi and Suzu had fucking ate food, James and the other boys stood behind my chair, making me grow more red in the face.
So, Anderson, are you gonna tell us what's going on?
No. I mean, you see... Gently, James placed a hand on my shoulder again, signaling me to just eat my food. As I began to eat, he spoke to Naomi and Suzu.
We are Miss Anderson's house servants. We were hired by her late grandfather to help around the mansion, but since he has passed, we now assist Miss Anderson with living on her own.
Just throwing it out there, we never mentioned our dead grandpa. So, how the fuck did James know that?
That makes sense. It's such a huge house.
A huge house for a wonderful princess such as Miss Anderson deserves the greatest of servants to care for it.
But why are you all dressed so casually and stuff? Aren't servants supposed to have uniforms or whatever?
Well, Miss Anderson allows us to get comfy while we work, so she lets us wear casual clothes.
Yeah, something like that.
Something. Legit, somebody's in my house. Hold on, I'll be right back. Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm gonna leave my thing unmuted just in case you hear my screams of death. So that you can tell the police that I died during a 24-hour Seduce Me stream. Like I deserve. Apparently I'm just fucking crazy. There's nobody in the fucking house. I'm just fucking going nuts. How are you not tired? I am fucking tired, Roxas. I'm so fucking tired. I'm only just now realizing that you use shirt in replacement of shit and forkin in replace of fucking. Ace. I literally just fucking Da Vinci coded that out. I'm about to go to sleep. Go for it, Roxas. Please, like, sleep an extra hour for me, will ya? I'm just fucking ready to die. Oh my god. This fucking game's gonna kill me.
We're sorry if we made the situation awkward earlier.
We're very sure that Miss
Blah.
Anderson is also still getting used to having us as her servants. It would be very hard to explain after just a day.
Not really, but
I
whatever.
guess.
So, if I may ask, what brings you two ladies here?
Well, we wanted to see how our friend was doing. Since it's the weekend and all, usually we hang out and just chill.
Yeah, like going to the arcade and stuff.
Or the Pink Lady Cafe.
There's an arcade?
Maddie, my boy.
That makes a lot of sense, ladies. Well, we don't wish to disturb you any further than we have, so we'll take our leave and start preparing the house.
Huh? Preparing for what?
War.
We gotta prep the house for some sort of housewarming party thing.
Why is the guy in the pink shirt your favorite, Roxas? Is it because he's a fucking pervert?
Our princess's parents requested a housewarming party to be held here soon.
Because he's a fucking pervert. And by soon, they mean tonight.
Oh, well, I guess we can help out or something. Right, Naomi?
No, you
I
can't
thought
help.
you wanted to go to the arcade.
No, didn't know that. Well, this one's a pervert, and the one in green is a pervert when he pops up. They're all perverts. Everyone's a fucking pervert. Everyone in this game sucks.
This housewarming thing is more important.
No need. We can handle it. If you'd like to, miss, you can go out with your friends while we handle things here.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Sam, not now.
We're finally gonna be able to go to the arcade. I wanted to help out. But at the same time, I wanted to go out with my friends. James gave me a look of understanding, letting me know that if I left, everything would be okay. I had to make a decision. cries. I'm so tired. Fucking same, man. They all suck, so it's a yaoi. Man, I fucking wish it were. Bye, bitches.
Are you sure?
Well,
Are you sure?
apparently I am. I'm sure. I trust these guys to be able to work everything out.
Thank you for trusting us, miss.
Yep.
We'll have everything done for you by the time you return home.
All right, we'll wait here while you go get your things.
I was strangely relieved to know that everything was going to be okay while I was gone from the house. I trusted the guys enough to do everything they could for the house party, so my mind focused itself on hanging out with my friends. Eventually, I was out the door, walking towards Naomi's car with Naomi and Suzu. Suzu grabbed the entire back seat as I took the passenger side. Naomi started the car and drove off towards the city. On that note, have fun. Good night, Roxas. It was nice driving out with friends. After all that had happened, it was just good to go out and forget my troubles.
Well, since we got you out of the house, we might as well go to the mall and walk around a bit. We did just eat breakfast after all.
I guess. Yeah, that was a good meal, though.
Could have had more flavor, in my opinion.
God, shut the fuck up, Suzu.
Suzu, you eat chili peppers when you're bored. Everything you eat always needs more flavor.
You need to teach me, Suzu.
You just need to eat spicy food all the time. You gotta tame your mouth.
Tame your mouth? Really, Suzu?
Sounds difficult.
Anyways, after the mall, what do you want to do? We could go to the Pink Lady Cafe and chill out with Kay. I'm sure she'd love the company.
But we have to stop by the arcade. They have this new game out called Orion. You get to control this guy named Isaku, and you're part of the rebel forces, and you get to shoot things, and there's robots, and...
Sheesh, we get it, Suzu, we get it. We'll go to the arcade.
Which one first, though? You know how popular Kay is. She'll be swamped with customers later in the day.
I'd rather go in the late afternoon. She has better options during the last hour of the cafe.
So basically after the arcade?
You figured me out so quickly, Patterson.
What did I tell you about using my last name?
Well, let's go to the arcade, since we've literally never fucking been there. Oh, these are noises. So we headed to the mall and walked around for a good amount of time before driving out to Moonfall Arcade. As weird as the name sounded, the arcade was one of the best arcades in the city. Whatever. Kids and teenagers lined the games, watching the players at the consoles and getting the fucking wait their fucking turn.
Oh, there it is! There it is!
Suzu grabbed Naomi and I by our hands before dragging us to a section of the arcade where a bunch of kids had gathered in awe and excitement. In the middle of the crowd was a large game with 2 joystick platforms and a screen that flashed the name Orion every other second. In the background of the screen, a holographic playfield glimmered before us, revealing a neo-futuristic battlefield and an enemy robot charging right at the camera.
This is the game you were excited about?
It looks like a video game.
That's right! And I'm gonna play it so hard I'll beat the game in one shot.
Suzu smirked and looked at me, hoping that I would join her as I usually did for partner games. I looked to Naomi, who merely rolled her eyes, crossed her arms, and gave me the okay nod. I grinned before nodding to Suzu, who cheered in joy.
Woohoo! Alright, let's do this.
It took us a good half hour before we were able to step up to the platforms. The point of the game was to beat the government and restore freedom to the general public. We played as rebels and a robot, and the game quickly became a smash and bash game versus multiple enemy robots. Playing with Suzu was always an adventure. We both knew what our strengths and weaknesses were. So it was easy to collaborate with each other. It wasn't long before we got into the swing of the game and were beating enemies like crazy. Hold on. Hold on. I'm checking something. Okay. Good morning, Cajun. Ugh. By the time we got to the boss, we were unstoppable. Minty, you sound weakened. Someone get her a sensu bean. I have gone insane. It was refreshing to beat the boss and put our 3-letter code names into the high score list.
And that is how you game. We are unstoppable, Anderson.
Good morning, Minty Minin, Ace viewer. That's us. Suzu gave me a large smile, which made me smile back. I was happy to be able to hang out and have fun with my friends like this. Felt free from worries or responsibilities. It was something I loved. We eventually lost track of the time and wound up staying longer than we expected, making us unable to stop at the cafe before going home to dress for the housewarming party. We drove back. Naomi and Suzu picked up clothes and other necessities from their houses before driving back to the mansion. The hour of the house party had arrived. In my mind, I kept double and triple checking the essentials for the party. Knowing my dad, he invited his business partners and the executives of the Anderson company to show me off. This Minty is too much. Girl, you sound like someone not only took your soul, but like whoever took it is currently chewing on it like bubblegum. Minty is so done. Can I get a tag out, please? Cries. Ace, you don't have to stay, buddy. Go nap. You're fucking drunk. You're fucking drunk, man. Go to bed. I got this shit. It's in the bag, man. Just another something time. I stood in front of my mirror in my room, staring at my form as a million thoughts ran through my mind. It's just a housewarming party, but at the same time, it wasn't. You two should probably switch out. God. Wouldn't that be something, Cajun? God, this one strand of hair is just so soft. It's like golden and like something out of a fucking box of pasta. It's so soft. Like, is this my fucking hair? It's not my hair. um. Minty and plus words equals not happening. Listen, buddy. I'm gonna make this fucking 24-hour stream happen. Ugh. Shouldn't have drank. Can't help but get mad. I'm having a good time. Listen, you didn't have to start drinking. It's not like I told you to or anything, Ace. Just saying. The fun thing about this party is we get to say stupid shit this time and make the dad really angry. It's my chance to show my dad that I was better than his expectations. It was a chance for me to see my parents as a woman. It was my test to see if I was really ready to live on my own. Well, not truly alone. I had the incubi to thank, but even so, I didn't have my dad guiding me or my mom helping me through living alone. A knock on my door broke my thoughts, surprising me. Who is it?
Hey, are you okay in there? Your parents should be here soon, so you should hurry getting ready.
I'm fucking amazing.
But what? I'm sure you look fine, Anderson. Just come on out.
All right. As soon as I opened the door to the hall, I watched as Naomi and Suzu's faces turned from smiles to complete awestruck stares. BRB. All right, Cajun. Don't forget to put the dryer sheet in. Internet bill isn't going through. Tear them apart, Cajun. I swear, internet companies are always doing that just so they can get extra money out of you because you're too fucking pissed that the internet's not working to care that they're charging you more for some make-believe bullshit bill late fee that doesn't fucking exist because you paid the damn bill. I'll be right back. I need to use the bathroom. Preach it, Minty. Damn, same here. They were gonna fix my shirt, but nah. They lost my appointment, and now here I am. Man, they're always coming after the little guys. Oh my god. Why the fuck did I think that was a good idea? As soon as I opened the door to the hall... Oh, I already read that line. Hold on. It's so fucking cold in my room. I want to go to bed. What?
Dude, you look hot.
Of course I look hot.
Yeah, you look amazing. Where did you get that dress?
I've had it for a while. I just never had the chance to wear it. I figured I might as well bring it out now. I stepped out of my room and closed my bedroom door behind me. As I walked down the hall to the grand lobby, the incubi stood waiting for me at the bottom, all dressed to the nines as proper servants.
Whoa! They really know how to dress well, don't they?
I don't know. I personally think Sam looks like a fucking tool. Yeah, I guess. Who said anything about good ideas? You're right, Ace. You're right. Nobody told me this was a good idea. I told me that this was a good idea. I was slightly taken aback on how great the boys looked in uniform. Each had the poise of a perfect gentleman, except Sam. Slowly began to climb down the stairs with Suzu and Naomi behind me. Debussy watched as I descended the staircase, one step at a time, like knights waiting for their princess. I felt my face slightly flush, but I quickly shook my head to try and regain my thoughts. It's called You Are Almost Good at What You Do. Thank you, Ace. That means a lot to me. As I reached the last step, James offered his hand out to me and walked me down the final step, smiling. Why did we need help? It's the same as all the other fucking steps. If anything, it's easier than the rest of the fucking steps.
As beautiful as a princess, miss.
I'm a fucking queen, bitch!
So, are you prepared for tonight?
No. I need to save. I didn't feel confident at all. Something about tonight frightened me. I couldn't tell if it was the fear of my dad or the guests that Dad surely invited, but something about tonight's party left me beyond nervous. Such a queen. Claps. No! Screenshotting that. I need to save. What the fuck? Good memories. Right here. Still no emails from eBay. I don't know why I even fucking try. Wait a minute. Okay, there we go. The other boys smiled assuringly at me, which made me feel a little better about everything. I looked at my phone and marked the time. Almost right on cue, the doorbell rang. I gulped. I'm so dead. Dude, same, but you don't have to stay up, bro. You can go to bed, alright? Drink some water, sit back, relax, maybe eat some chips. I could practically feel my dad's aura from behind the door. Sam and Eric quickly rushed to the door and opened the double doors wide to reveal my parents, both dressed in their mediocre, subpar, fucking shit clothes. Hey, Mom. Hey, douche.
Oh my, I didn't know your bequeathment came with servants.
They're man-slaves, get it right.
It was probably overlooked. Besides, who would deny good service?
I was completely shocked. My parents didn't question the boys, didn't ask for verification or anything. I looked the boys and noticed Sam and Eric staring intently at my parents. Were they using their powers on them? They had to be. There was no way they'd be okay with this otherwise.
I guess the servants counted as belongings to the house.
D-boys. D-boys, Ace. D-boys. My mother quickly rushed to me and gave me a large hug. I hugged her back, inhaling her perfume. It had only been a couple of days, but living away from the ones who raised me was hard. My mother soon let me go and looked at my outfit.
Gorgeous. You look so lovely. David, look at your daughter and tell her I'm right.
Ah. I looked at my dad, who was looking around the lobby like an inspector. Stood my ground, waiting for him to look at me. When he did, he let a small smile grace his lips.
Your mother's right. You look like you're all grown up.
The world around me stopped, and my heart pounded in my chest. Did my dad just compliment me on his own accord? No. Your mother just fucking told him to say it. My mother was grinning ear to ear at his words. I was beyond speechless. Thanks, man. However, his cold face quickly returned as he began to look around once again.
I assume that you're ready, then, to impress the rest of the guests, correct?
What do you mean?
The entire board from Anderson Toys is coming tonight. Even the vice chairman's son will be coming. All of them will be measuring your potential.
My potential.
To become CEO of the company.
I knew it. Something was off about tonight, and now the party had become much more than I had anticipated. I gulped silently, but I nodded in response. I looked to the incubi, but they were... Someone fucking just whispered in my ear. Oh, never mind. My phone's buzzing. Hold on. Why did I have to plug it in on the other side of the room? Oh, I'm gonna trip over my own headset cord and die. Alright, who's this? Wait, what? Oh, I don't wanna go on those right now. We're just gonna turn the phone off and not worry about it. Alright, back in the chair. I knew it. Something was off. Fucking, I already read this shit. I looked behind me and saw Naomi and Suzu raise their thumbs at me for encouragement. I let out a small breath before feeling my body accept the situation. Felt a weight in my gut, but I had to hide it. As if time zoomed forward, all of a sudden the main hall of the lobby was full of guests. Men and women in formal or business attire showed up to meet me in my new home. I didn't expect many to come, but I was once again surprised that night. Shook hands with many officials and executive members, putting on the professional face my dad trained me to have. I felt overwhelmed, but I hid it well behind a small smile and a handshake. Just one handshake. Many even asked me questions. I tried my best to reply as maturely as possible. I had to remember, say what they want to hear, not what you want to say.
So, how do you feel living on your own at such a young age?
It's difficult being independent. I wish I were still living with my parents.
I'm so sorry about your grandfather passing away. It really hit all of us hard.
Well,
Do you have college plans?
College? I don't need that. I felt like the questions came up one after another. It was tough to answer some of them because they weren't about me. They were about the company.
What do you think will happen with the company now that your grandfather has passed?
That depends on who runs it. I don't really care.
What do you think of the philanthropic policy the company has?
I'm thirsty.
Do you think the company should expand from just toys?
I'm gonna leave now. Eventually the question stopped and I was back to being by myself. Naomi and Suzu were mingling in the crowds and the incubi were doing their jobs, so I was all alone in a room full of fucks. It was unnerving to think about, but at least I wasn't being questioned left and right anymore. Suddenly, though, my mom pushed her way through the crowd to me, bringing along someone I didn't know.
Honey, I'd like to introduce you to someone. This kind gentleman is the son of the vice chairman.
With my mother stood a man who looked only a couple of years older than me. He smiled and held out his hand to me, silently asking for my hand.
Hi, I'm Andrew Lewis. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Anderson.
You're hideous. Andrew was slightly taken aback, but gently smiled and lowered his hand with a nod in return. My mother smiled at both of us, which made me slightly concerned. Why was she excited to introduce me to Andrew?
So, you organized this party very well, Miss Anderson. I apologize if I made you uncomfortable in some way.
Andrew then chuckled nervously, bringing a soft fist to his lips to cover his laugh properly before smiling at me.
I'm sorry if I seem a little forward. I've just been excited to meet Harold Anderson's granddaughter.
Why?
He used to talk about you all the time in the office on how you helped him refine his toys. I only attended meetings and heard all of the stories. You helped a lot with the success of the company without having to actually work there.
Yeah, and I didn't get paid a single fucking dime. Oh, wow, I didn't know he talked about me. That would explain everyone's fascination with me and their rather personal questions. I looked at Andrew, who had a kind face to me. Something about him seemed off, and I didn't know what it was. He seemed to be hiding something. Whether it was good or bad, I was not able to find out. Felt someone walk up beside me, causing me to turn to them. Next to me was my dad, giving his cold stare to Andrew, who suddenly became tense.
So, you're Jared's son.
Andrew's body twitched slightly. Whether it was fear or insult, Andrew locked eyes with my father. I couldn't help but feel the tension between them. It irked me how fragile the air had become, enough to break at the wrong word.
You're the one who wants to be the next CEO of the Anderson Company.
Well...
I stared at Andrew. This guy wanted to take my grandfather's place as CEO. I thought the vice chairman wanted the position.
David, leave the poor boy alone.
I'm merely testing the boy's conversational skills. Nothing wrong with that.
Of course not, sir.
And polite as well. Interesting.
If you'll excuse me.
Quickly, Andrew retreated away. What the fuck is up with my hand? Like, not attached to my body or something. It doesn't want to, like, I don't know, move the way I normally move it. Quickly, Andrew retreated away from my family into the crowd of people. Where's the mouse? There it is. I'm staying here. I watched as he disappeared into the crowd towards the back of the house. I was worried, but I gave him his space. He obviously needed it.
He's not CEO material.
Probably
That's
not.
because you practically interrogated the young man.
A little questioning shouldn't have bothered him. He's obviously not ready for any title in our company.
I fucking hate this guy. I bit my tongue. I didn't want to make a scene with my dad. One wrong word and he'd lecture me in front of everyone. That was not something that I wanted at my housewarming party. I let out a sigh before looking at the clock. It was getting close to midnight, meaning that the party was going to end soon. I lowered my gaze out the window and saw a limo pull up. Whose limo is that?
Oh, that must be Lewis's car.
I'll go get him. Stay with your father so you can escort your guests out together.
Dr. Pepper. Yes, ma'am. My mother left my dad and I to slowly escort the guests out. My dad held his simple smile as he thanked each person for coming. I did the same. Andrew quickly passed the doors before I could speak. Eventually, only Suzu, Naomi, my parents, and the boys were left. My dad looked at me in slight disappointment. I looked back at him in confusion. What did I do?
I overheard your conversation with our guests. You were stumbling as much as Lewis did.
But I
don't want to hear excuses. I expect that you'll work on your speaking skills while you remain living here.
What a fucking piece of shit. Yes, sir.
Alright, your mother and I have to leave. I'm sure Naomi and Suzu need to leave as well. Just because it's Saturday doesn't mean you should stay up all night.
Thank you, Hydration Bot, for letting us know that I have been live for just over 22 hours. Amazing. But it's your house. I know, Ace. I know. Oh, right.
Thanks for having us. It was a great party.
We'll come visit tomorrow or something. All right?
You fucking better not. Bye.
Good night, sweetie. Come visit us soon.
I need water. Go get water, Ace. I've been telling you to drink water for like an hour now. I will do. Fucking bye. All 4 of my remaining guests left the building, all but my dad waving back to me. With the last of the guests gone, I sighed and sat on the staircase, exhausted. By water, I mean alcohol. Have fun with that fucking liver, man. You're gonna be able to play fucking football with it or something. With how shriveled it'll be, probably golf. Golf! This fucking Mickey Mouse Band-Aid won't stay on my face! All 4 of my... Fuck. I already read that. Whew, that was tiring.
It's not like you had to do any work, though.
Listen, I had to talk to people. That is the most work out of, like, anything. It's amazing I'm a streamer, because talking to people is hard.
Give her a break, man. She was getting interrogated left and right.
She handled herself the best she could.
I guess.
As expected, princess.
Don't club with me. I don't club with anybody. I sit home and get drunk alone. In my room. Watching Barbie movies.
Since you're exhausted, why not head to bed? We can clean up.
Ugh.
Jesus, Sam, don't be so fucking loud.
Hush, Sam.
Yeah, thank you. Are you guys sure?
Positive. It shouldn't take long.
Ho ho ho!
I always forget about this part. I'm always like, can we get some chill time? And it's never chill time. I'm a golfer, so don't club with me. Okay. I get it. Good joke. 10 out of 10. I felt a hot shudder run down my spine. Hold on. Where's the next save file? This one. Felt a hot shudder run down my spine. The voice from my dreams echoed through the air into my ears. Why is my skin so oily? Hold on, I need to wipe my forehead. It's like really oily for some reason. This is like the oiliest my forehead has been in a long time. I'm talking like winter. I mean, we're talking about winter, summer. I'm pretty sure that's not oil at that point. That's just sweat. Hold on. Oh my god. I'm probably really loud now because I moved the microphone in front of my mouth. So, I hope you like that. Because I'm not moving it back until I wipe my face. Man, this is so refreshing. And it going back up again. Oh no, the Band-Aid! Mickey! Mickey Mouse! Please! Ouch! Bitch move. Don't fucking call me a bitch. Change. Okay. Alright. My face is clean. Mickey Mouse is in place. Ugh. You had every opportunity to turn the volume down on your computer. So I don't feel bad. Your delay is also fucking terrible. You're like a minute behind. I felt a hot shudder run down my spine. The voice from my dreams echoed through the air into my ears. I looked around panicked alongside the incubi. James placed a hand on my shoulder, trying to remain calm.
Don't worry. No one will hurt you.
Are you sure? Are you really sure?
Yeah. All of us shot our heads towards the doors, finally pinning down the direction of the voice. The doors quickly swung open, revealing a sight I would have never expected to see. Skin red as blood, eyes black and gold piercing into mine, roughened up clothes and a pistol in his hand. I saw a monster. Yes. Covered my mouth to not scream at the sight. Dried blood covered the bandana around his neck, and as he smirked at me and the boys around me. Besides the red-skinned man was a similar-looking woman in matching thug-like clothes.
Oh, what's the matter, boys? You really didn't think I wouldn't find you, did you?
I hoped you would, you piece of...
All of a sudden, the man raised his gun at Sam's face and instantly pulled the trigger. We all gasped in shock, instinctively expecting to see a bullet run through Sam's face, but...
What the fuck?
What?
What should have been a headshot ended with a loud but empty blank shot. The pistol echoed its empty shots as the man grew more and more pissed, pulling the trigger over and over in aggression. Luckily for my ears, it became quieter after its first shot.
Why the fuck won't you work?
This place is protected.
What did you say, Shrimp?
This place has a seal, protecting it from hellborn magic.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Ah!
The man growled and threw his gun at Sam, who was able to dodge it in time. The pistol bounced off the ground a couple of times before sliding further away, hitting the wall in a final stop. As it stopped moving, the gun faded into black flame that disappeared into the air.
The previous owner had this place protected by magic, Malix.
Malix, that was his name. His existence resonated in my memory from the dream I had. However, I looked to Matthew in the same confusion as Malix did. This place is protected by magic?
It would seem that your grandfather had some sort of protective barrier around this house. From the looks of it, it only disables hellborn magic.
Malix's face grew to that of extreme anger, his fist tightening as if he was crushing a stress ball.
And what's stopping me from dragging your asses out and shooting you then?
Out of pure instinct, I stepped forward and placed myself between Malix and the boys. With no power, Malix wasn't going to fight. I took the chance to stand up